All right, so I'm going to show you and review what we've already done in class by multiplying fractions by a whole number. So let me add one more slide, and let's begin. So, for example, let's say we have 5/8 times 12. Okay, that's basically saying that we have 5/8, and I can't draw those, and we have 12 sets of those. So it's like we have, this is 1/8, there's another 1/8, there's another 1/8, 1/8, and 1/8. That's the best I got. That's one group, and we need 12 groups of that. So basically what we're saying is that this is one group, and we need to know how many is 12 groups. So we need a numerator and a denominator. And if you see that we have a numerator for the 5 and the denominator as the 8, but 12 is a whole number, and we need it to be a fraction. And so by representing 12 as a fraction by putting 12 over 1, because remember, the fraction bar still means divided by. So if we have 12 divided by 1, it's still 12. We have not changed the value. And as we discussed in class, when we solve this, we have to multiply the numerators and then we multiply the denominators. So I'm going to go 5 times 12 and then 8 times 1. So that gets me 60 over 8, or 60/80ths. And since this is an improper fraction, I have to change it into a mixed number. I have to divide. So I'm going to take away my fraction pieces over here so I can go ahead and change that into a mixed number. Okay, so we know 60 divided by 8 is what that really says also. Sorry, my pen's not working. All right, so here we go. We got 60 divided by 8, and we are going to divide normally. So how many times can 8 go into 60? Well, if you list out all your 8s, all your multiples of 8, that is, you have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64. Okay, that's too many, so we go back down and we get 7. 8 times 7 is 56. We subtract and we have 4 as the remainder. So that is my whole number. The 4 is the numerator and the 8 is the denominator. But if you realize that this 4/8 can be simplified because they have common factors to 7.5. Okay, let's try another example. I know that's a lot to think about and to absorb, so let's try another example. Let's go with 3/5 times 18. Okay, so don't forget that 18 can be represented as 18 over 1. So the 18 is the numerator, 1 is the denominator, and we are going to multiply. 3 times 18 and 5 times 1. Okay, so I'm going to figure out over here because I do not know 18 times 3 in my head. So that's 24. Okay, so that's 54. 54 fifths. Okay, and we said that since this is an improper fraction, we need to change that into a mixed number using division. Okay, so 54 divided by 5. Okay, in this instance, 5 can go into 5 one time. I multiply, I subtract, and I bring down. And remember, in division, once you bring down, you have to repeat those steps. Okay, well, 5 can't go into 4, so I have to put a 0 up there. So 5 times 0 is 0. So I have a remainder of 4. So here, once again, is my whole number. 4 is the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. So 10 and 4 fifths. 4 fifths cannot be simplified because they do not have any common factors. Okay? I will give you a couple that you can try on your own if you are watching this and you want to bring them to class to check your work. that would be fantastic. Let's go with 2/5 times 20. And one other one, let's go with 7/8 times 14. Okay, and figure those out. I will say there was one other type of example I showed you, and that was if they had an array, and I want to put that out there just in case that you get a question like that and you're not really quite sure what to do. So let me draw an array. Bear with me since I have to draw the lines myself. Four columns. So we have 4 columns, so each column would be 1/4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, so each row is 1/6. So we have 24 total squares. Okay, so if Alyssa has 24 cookies and she shares 4/6 of them, how many did she share? And you can work this out as 24 times 4/6. You can even look over here and shade in. There's 1/6, so there's 4 cookies. There's 2/6, that's 8 cookies. 3/6, that's 12 cookies. 4/6 would be 16 cookies. That's just another way to represent multiplying fractions by a whole number. If you have any questions, please ask me in class.